Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, November the 10th, 2014. A young Israeli woman was killed and 2 others injured in a stabbing attack at the Alon Shvut junction in the West Bank this evening. A Palestinian driver who reportedly first attempted to run over people waiting at the hitchhiking spot got out of his car and began attacking people with a knife, killing the woman and injuring 2 other people, said to have sustained light to moderate injuries. There are conflicting reports about the slain woman's age, which was first reported as 14 years old and then later as being in her early 20s. One of the injured, a man said to be in his 50s, said he was hurt when he tried to stop the terrorist. The second injured man is said to be in his late 20s. A security guard stationed at the entrance to the settlement shot the terrorist, seriously injuring him. The Jerusalem Post reports that the terrorist was identified as 30-year-old Maher Hamdi Khashalamun of Hebron, who is affiliated with Islamic Jihad and served in an Israeli prison from 2000 to 2005 for firebombing an IDF patrol. This evening's attack took place just over 300 feet from the spot where the 3 Israeli teenagers Eyal Yifrach, Gilad Shar, and Naftali Frankel were kidnapped from this past June. This evening's incident follows several violent incidents. As you may have seen on IBA News earlier today in Tel Aviv, a Palestinian terrorist stabbed and critically injured an Israeli soldier at the train station there. The terrorist there identified as 18-year-old Noor al-Din Abu Kashiyeh from Nablus. He reportedly began stabbing the soldier and tried to take his weapon. A bystander reportedly stepped in and punched the terrorist, who began to flee. Police ultimately apprehended him. The IDF soldier that he attacked is reportedly around 20 years old. He's said to be in critical condition at the Sheba Medical Center at Tel HaShomer Hospital after undergoing surgery. And last night, an Israeli man was attacked by several masked Palestinians near the entrance to the Arab town of Taibe. They threw stones at his car and set it on fire. Some other Arabs in the area helped to get the man out of the car, saving his life. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the current situation at a Likud faction meeting today, where he said the terrorism against us knows no borders. It is aimed at all parts of the country for a simple reason. The terrorists and those who incite to it want to get rid of us wherever we are, saying as far as they're concerned, we don't need to be in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, or anywhere else. Netanyahu vowed to fight terrorism and defeat it, and called on the Israeli public to stand strong and united. And staying with Netanyahu, the Prime Minister is set to address the Jewish Federations of North America's 2014 General Assembly tomorrow. He'll speak to the 3,000 delegates gathered at National Harbor in Maryland, just outside of Washington, D.C., tomorrow via satellite. Today, U.S. Vice President Joe Biden addressed the GA, where he reiterated the United States' commitment to Israel and Israel's right to defend itself. Biden said, "Were there not an Israel, U.S. would have to invent one. We will never, ever abandon Israel out of our own self-interest." Biden also commented on reported tensions between Israel and the U.S. recently, saying, "We disagree with one another, we love one another, and we drive one another crazy. That's what friends do." JBS is at the GA and will have coverage for you from the premier leadership gathering. Yesterday marked the 76th anniversary of Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass, which refers to thousands of coordinated attacks against Jews and Jewish-owned stores, buildings, and synagogues throughout Nazi Germany and Austria on November the 9th through the 10th in 1938. Tens of thousands of Jews were sent to the death camps, and approximately 91 Jews were murdered in those 2 days, which are seen as the beginning of the Holocaust. Memorial events were held across the Jewish world to commemorate the tragic events. The Anti-Defamation League honored the Aladdin Project last week with its prestigious ADL Daniel Pearl Award at the ADL's annual meeting in Los Angeles. The international non-governmental based in Paris was recognized for its groundbreaking work in promoting greater understanding between Jews and Muslims. The ADL established the award in 2003 to memorialize the Wall Street Journal reporter who was abducted and killed in Pakistan in February of 2002. It is given to a person or group that has made a positive impact on the image of Jews and Judaism in journalism, interfaith affairs, diplomacy, and other areas. ADL National Director Abe Foxman said the award to the Aladdin Project seeks to reignite the spark of Daniel Pearl's life and the principles he lived by. Foxman said Daniel Pearl lived the truth, that the pen is mightier than the sword, for he used his words to instruct, to make people see things fresh and with a new understanding, and to bring light into dark corners. And turning to our programming for tonight, Monday, November the 10th, Dr. Bruce Hoffman of Georgetown University discusses the terrorist groups threatening the Middle East today at 8 o'clock. That's from the 2014 Louis J. Kuriansky Conference at the Center for Judaism and Middle Eastern Studies at the University of Connecticut in Stamford. And then at 9 tonight on L'chaim, op-ed writer and novelist Thane Rosenbaum, director of the Forum on Law, Culture, and Society at NYU Law School, talks about what it means to be an authentic liberal and assesses both Israel and the critics of Israel. That's tonight on JBS and jbstv.org. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, November the 10th, 2014. I'm Teisha Bader.